United States is home to diverse ecosystems, from vast forests to endless grasslands. But beneath this natural beauty, a growing threat is lurking. Invasive species, plants and animals that are not native to a region, are wreaking havoc on ecosystems across the country. These non-native species disrupt food chains, destroy habitats, and threaten native wildlife, causing untold damage. In today's video, we'll reveal the top 10 invasive species that are endangering the US ecosystems. Stay tuned to learn how these invaders are changing the landscape and what's being done to stop them. First up is the Asian carp, a fish that's quickly overtaking US waterways. Originally brought to control algae in the 1970s, it has now become a dangerous invader. Asian carp reproduce rapidly and can consume up to 20% of their body weight in plankton daily. This puts them in direct competition with native fish species, including bass and bluegill, for food. As they spread through the Mississippi River basin, their presence is endangering the entire ecosystem. The aggressive behavior of Asian carp also disrupts fishing industries and local economies. Next on the list is the Burmese python, an apex predator with a disturbing presence in Florida's Everglades. These massive snakes, which can grow up to 20 feet long, are decimating local wildlife. With no natural predators in the region, they've proliferated rapidly since being released by pet owners. The Burmese python has a chilling ability to devour animals much larger than itself, including deer and alligators. This has resulted in a significant decline in native species, especially small mammals. Their growing numbers have prompted efforts to control their population, but with limited success. The European starling, a small bird native to Eurasia, was introduced to North America in the 19th century. Now it's one of the most widespread invasive species, with an estimated 200 million birds across the US. These birds are known for their aggressive behavior, often displacing native species from nesting sites. They also compete for food with native birds, which has led to the decline of species like the eastern bluebird. The European starling is a true survivor, thriving in urban areas and rural landscapes alike. Kudzu, often called the vine that ate the South, is another invasive menace. Brought to the US from Asia in the late 1800s to prevent soil erosion, it has since spread uncontrollably. This fast-growing vine can smother trees, block sunlight, and take over entire ecosystems. Kudzu has been known to grow up to a foot per day, choking out native plants and creating vast monocultures. This makes it difficult for local wildlife to find food or shelter, disrupting entire habitats. Efforts to control kudzu have been slow, and the plant continues to spread through the southeastern US. Zebra mussels, originally from the Caspian Sea, have made their way into the Great Lakes and other US waterways. These tiny mussels, only about the size of a fingernail, have a massive impact on local ecosystems. By filtering large amounts of water, they deplete essential nutrients, affecting fish populations and aquatic plants. They also clog water pipes and damage infrastructure, costing millions in repairs. The rapid spread of zebra mussels has been disastrous for native freshwater species that rely on these nutrients. Their spread is facilitated by the movement of boats and ships, making them a persistent problem. The emerald ash borer, a small beetle native to Asia, has devastated North American ash trees. Since its arrival in Michigan in 2002, it has killed millions of trees across the US. The larvae of this beetle feed on the inner bark of ash trees, disrupting the flow of nutrients and ultimately killing the trees. Ash trees are a vital part of many forest ecosystems, providing habitat and food for countless species. The loss of these trees is causing long-term ecological damage and changing the structure of forests. Despite significant efforts to combat the beetle, the emerald ash borer continues to spread. Fire ants, originally from South America, have become a serious problem in the southern US. Their aggressive nature and painful stings make them a hazard to both humans and wildlife. Fire ants build large mounds that can disrupt farming, construction, and everyday life. These ants also prey on small animals and insects, disrupting local food webs. The rapid spread of fire ants has made it nearly impossible to eradicate them, and they continue to invade new territories. Their dominance in the south has led to a decline in native ant species and other invertebrates. The Asian longhorned beetle is another insect threatening US forests. Native to East Asia, it was first discovered in the US in the early 1990s. These beetles burrow into hardwood trees, including maples, oaks, and willows, causing severe damage. The larvae feed on the tree's tissues, disrupting nutrient flow and eventually killing the tree. The loss of these trees is devastating to local wildlife that relies on them for food and shelter. Efforts to contain the beetle have been costly, with quarantines and tree removals taking place across affected areas. On the island of Guam, the brown tree snake has decimated native bird populations. Accidentally introduced during World War II, this snake quickly became the dominant predator. Without natural predators on the island, the brown tree snake has wiped out many of Guam's native species, including birds, lizards, and bats. The impact of the snake's presence has been devastating to the local ecosystem, as many species play crucial roles in pollination and seed dispersal. Efforts to control the snake have included aerial drops of poison mice and other methods, but the problem persists. Finally, we have Japanese knotweed, a plant that has taken over large parts of the US. Originally introduced as an ornamental plant, it now grows aggressively in urban areas and along riverbanks. This plant's deep roots can crack through concrete and disrupt infrastructure. It also displaces native vegetation, leaving little room for other plants to thrive. As a result, Japanese knotweed has altered ecosystems by reducing biodiversity and damaging habitats. Controlling this invasive plant is challenging, with eradication efforts often proving ineffective. These invasive species may seem like small threats, but they have far-reaching impacts on US ecosystems. Their spread is not just a problem for the environment, but also for our economy and way of life. Thankfully, there are ongoing efforts to control and manage these species, from biological control to public awareness campaigns. But the battle is far from over. The key to protecting our ecosystems lies in early detection and swift action. So the next time you're out in nature, keep an eye out for these invaders. Together, we can help preserve the delicate balance of our ecosystems for future generations. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share and follow for more updates on invasive species and environmental threats.